Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be reading again Junie B. Jones, first grader, one-man band. Chapter 6 is practicing. Now remember, Junie B. Jones can't be in the kickball tournament on account of her sore toe. And so her dad was trying to cheer her up. He showed her that he could juggle lemons because when life gives you lemons, you can make lemonade. Or in this case, he juggled for her. So now Junie B. Jones has this great idea for the halftime show that Sheldon's going to play the cymbals and she's going to juggle. So she needs obviously do some practicing. Chapter 6, practicing. Wednesday. Dear first grade journal, last night Daddy helped me practice my juggling. I kept on throwing those lemons into the air and they kept on crashing into the floor. Finally, I got frustration in me and I threw them as high as I could. The first one cracked my ceiling light. The next one fell on my head and knocked out my Raggedy Andy named Larry. Lemons are not as easy as they look. Friday is only 2 more days away. I'm getting stress in me. From Junie B., first grader. As soon as I finished writing, Mr. Scary walked to the front of the room and he asked us to put away your journals. Boys and girls, there are a few more things I need to tell you about the kickball tournament on Friday, he said. For one thing, today and tomorrow we'll be taking an extra long recess to get ready. Ooh, imagine their surprise when they get long recesses. And there's Mr. Scary giving his announcement. Extra long recess, yes. He looks around the class. Those of you playing on the team will be practicing on the softball field. And those of you who are cheerleaders will be practicing on the sidelines. Camille and Chenille jumped right up from their seats. Mr. Scary, we have good news, said Camille. Yes, we do, said Chenille. Our mother was a cheerleader in college, and last night she taught us some cheers. Right, said Camille, and so today Chenille and I can teach them to the other girls. Mr. Scary smiled, very pleased. That's excellent news, girls, he said. I'll put you two in charge of teaching the cheers, and then I will have more time to work with the kickball team and the halftime show. He looked in my direction. Oh, and speaking of halftime shows, have you made a decision about what you want to do yet, Junie B? I started to nod real happy, and then I stopped. Because I kind of, what if I told room 1 that I was going to juggle in the halftime show? Only I still couldn't learn that talent by Friday. Then some of the children might shout boo at me, plus others might laugh and laugh. I tapped on my desk, very thinking. But on the other hand, maybe I should tell the whole entire truth, because Mother says the truth is always best. Only that is not the truth, of course. So maybe this one time the truth might be easiest. Junie B., said the teacher again. I stood up at my desk and I looked at room 1 and their eyes. Okay, here's the whole entire truth, I said. I am trying to learn how to juggle for Sheldon's halftime show. Only please don't get your hopes up, people, because I might not learn it in time. And so if I don't juggle in the halftime, there's no laughing or booing allowed. And I mean it. I quick sat back down again. Lenny and Herb turned around in their seats. Whoa, you're learning to juggle, they said? That's cool. Yeah, it's cool, said Herbert. I wish I could juggle. May rolled her eyes. I don't, she said. What's so fun about throwing stuff in the air? And anyway, juggling is for the circus. Who's ever even heard of juggling in a halftime show? I wrinkled my eyebrows, very serious. That's a good question, May. Let me think. Then I leaned way close to her face and I said, me, that's who. Lenny and Herb laughed very hard. Then Sheldon looked back at me and he gave me a happy thumbs up. I smiled because, what do you know? This time, the truth worked beautifully. That was a quick chapter. That's the end of Chapter 6, practicing. Chapter 7 is titled Fun with Me and Sheldon. Can't wait to see. Do you think Junie B is going to learn to juggle by Friday? 2 days? Do you think you could learn to juggle in 2 days? I don't think I could, but you know what? Maybe I'll try. I love you all so much. Sending you big virtual hugs, and I'll see you real soon.